Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk. Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments, vlogs such as
The Straight Shootin' View,
Coaching with JBK,
Podomatic, Spotify, and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
and our official website, www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat,
and the pitch is where we talk. Welcome to
The Straight Shootin' View.
Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Straight Shootin' LJA and welcome to another episode of The Straight Shootin' View, brought to you by Pitch Talk. You know what? I want to congratulate someone in this episode, and I know I've done it recently before, but Marcus Rashford, you actually can't congratulate him too much because some of the things that he's done over the past couple years have been just absolutely phenomenal. From providing books through a scheme to help underprivileged kids get into reading and comprehension. That scheme has been fantastic. Free school meals for kids during the summer holidays, him fighting for that, among other things as well. But you know what? I'm going to get into that in just a second because just want to read something here quickly. Marcus Rashford to be included in GCSE Media Studies course. I love this news because Marcus Rashford's much lauded use of social media to pursue his campaign against child food poverty and persuade the UK government to expand free school meals is to be studied by pupils as part of their GCSE Media Studies course. The Man United and England footballer has won plaudits for his social justice campaigns, including tackling racist abuse and launching a book club to improve disadvantaged children's reading, and his use of social media has been key to his ability to spread his message and influence debates. Pupils studying AQA Media Studies from next September will be able to learn about Rashford's online presence and his communications on social media platforms. That which is actually tremendous, and the way in which they have successfully engaged followers. They will also learn more about the social and race issues he cares about. The move is part of a wider effort by exam boards to diversify their qualifications to make them more relevant and representative of modern students. AQA has set up an expert group in equality, diversity and inclusion to look at representation across the curriculum and assessments. Sandra Allen, the head of AQA's creative arts curriculum, said the footballers' inclusion on the course will inspire and motivate pupils. I really hope it does. Other new topics or close study projects in the updated curriculum include the Marvel character Black Widow, the Kiss Radio Breakfast Show, Heat Magazine, and the television series His Dark Materials, based on Philip Pullman's novels. It's not just an opportunity for them to learn about social media, it's also a great way to learn about important social and race issues as part of our commitment to equality, diversity, and inclusion in the curriculum. Rashford's social media messaging was crucial in his campaign to persuade ministers to provide free school meals for vulnerable pupils in England throughout the school holidays during the pandemic, which prompted a series of embarrassing government U-turns, which I've discussed before. He has since been described as one of the country's top lobbyists by PR industry leaders. Media studies courses have been much maligned and dismissed as a soft subject. I'm going to get into that. But Sandra Allen said there had never been a better time to do a media studies course that would help students develop creative, analytical, research, and communication skills. Now, you know what? Yeah, and that was taken from The Guardian. I love that. I love everything about that. I actually did media studies at GCSE level, and I did it for 2 years, and then I did it for 2 years in college, and I did it as a module in uni as well. So this news strikes me very close to the heart. And also Marcus Rashford as well, as I said at the top, you can't congratulate the guy enough for what he's done. He's been such an amazing role model, and at such a young age, 22 years old, such an amazing role model. And he, as I've described Marcus Rashford before, Marcus Rashford is the hero that Boris Johnson should have been. And he makes me proud to be English. Marcus Rashford, he makes me proud to be English. Forget club rivalries, forget who I support. Liverpool Football Club. Forget that, because that is literally irrelevant when it comes to praising Marcus Rashford. And you know what? Him being included on the AQA Media Studies course, I wish I'd have had that when I was younger. Because that said, I did media studies for basically 4.5 years. And I enjoyed every second of it. And a lot of the analyses that I've done on my other personal vlog, the Straight Shootin Rants, and also my stuff here on the Straight Shootin View, has been influenced by learning about the hypodermic needle or the hypodermic syringe model. That is where I got the inspiration for the phrase the parasitic media from, because of the influence they have, more often than not negative. And for me, this by Sandra Allen and the AQA, the exam board, is a really, really powerful message and a powerful step forward to help what may be a disenfranchised generation. Those who are 25 and below have been shafted so much in the last decade plus by the Conservative government, and I'm not trying to get too political. That's for my other vlog, the Straight Shootin Rants. But it is one of them where I've obviously at 35 years old had a front row seat to all of that and seen the destruction of certain great initiatives for youngsters, such as Connections, which they helped me do my first CV, and among so many other things. I mean, how I got into video production, I'll give you the brief version. I found out I wanted to do video production through a youth project that I found out about through Connections. So I wouldn't be sitting here right now doing these vlogs, potentially, if I hadn't found out through a youth project from Connections about video production. That's the long and the short of it. So it's one of them ones where inspiring the next and giving back is so critical. And Marcus Rashford has done a hell of a lot of that in the past couple of years. And as I said, you just can't congratulate him enough. But hopefully, reading about Marcus Rashford and his influence is, I hope, going to be so inspirational, not just to young boys and not just to young girls and not just to people of color, not just to black youth, but everybody. Because everybody was affected. Everybody's children were affected who have free school meals, and that's millions. Child poverty is not just affecting a couple of thousand kids, it's affecting millions. I said not to get too political, but I've vlogged about this elsewhere as well, where it's a case of child poverty and child homelessness is in the millions. So what Marcus Rashford did last year was so important. But then he's not resting on his laurels. He's doing more and more and more. So that positive influence, not some Z-list celebrity who's stumbling out of nightclubs or drinking themselves into oblivion and all that sort of stuff. No, not that reality TV garbage. This is a person who is making a positive difference. And I've already said about The Spectator as a media source, when they came out and started trying to bury Marcus Rashford, saying, oh, he only did it for the money, for the fame, da, da, da. As I said at the time, go to hell to everybody at The Spectator. Pure and simple. Those people writing them hatchet pieces are a disgrace, and that is the kind of thing that people need to be learning about at GCSE level in media studies, where it's like the influence of the media and Marcus Rashford, someone like him, being a force for good and a force for positive change. So I think this is immensely important, and I'd have loved to have seen this when I was younger, when I was coming up. As a father, I love this. I really, really do. And I hope it's only the beginning, because the curriculum does need to change and football needs to change. And there needs to, in my view, I've said for a long time, and I've said it on Pitch Talk live shows for a long time, that footballers are role models, but they really shouldn't be on a general basis. They really shouldn't be, because of how they act and what they do. So for me, seeing a positive role model, and especially a positive role model who is the same color as me, a man of color, a young black man, I love seeing that, because personally that resonates with me so much. I'm not taking away from anybody else and what they're doing. I am focusing on Marcus Rashford and what he is doing and has done and continues to do as well. So as I said, I'm not taking anything away from anybody else, because this is about positivity. This is about inspiring the next generations. This is about inspiring the youth to be better, to make this world better. And this world really needs to be better. The footballing world needs to be better. With all the millions that players earn and the way a lot of them act, the game needs to be better. The game needs to realize that Marcus Rashford's campaigns are not just limited to football supporters. It is encapsulating a whole country, an entire nation that has been failed by government. So it's one of them ones where a lot of the footballing powers that be really should be supporting what Marcus Rashford is doing and really helping him. The footballing media, instead of criticizing Rashford and saying, oh, he should just focus on football. Oh, he should just do this and just do that. Oh, he should be scoring more goals instead of helping these kids eat. No, you should be helping him in what he is doing, because it is for the benefit of everybody. Not just a select narrow few, everybody. So as I said, I really do love this. You could even extend this as well into psychology and sociology, because as I mentioned about The Spectator and the way they started to pile on Marcus Rashford and be extremely negative and critical about him. There's a certain psychology about that, and a real negative psychology at that. But again, not to get too political, I'm not going to go into that. I might do on my other vlog, the Straight Shooting Rants. But it is one of them was, there is also a sociological aspect as well. And media studies, psychology and sociology, they are all intertwined like that. All intertwined. So it's one of them where I think you could even extend it. The AQA could very easily extend it as an exam board at GCSE level, and then take it to AS and A2 college level as well. And also follow that into university. So I am really hoping that this gets extended from just AQA to entities like EdXL. Let them do what they need to do as well, and come together and really start making the national curriculum more inclusive and more diverse, like this nation is. Because at the end of the day, Marcus Rashford, whenever he pulls on an England shirt, he makes me proud to wear mine. So at the end of the day, this can only be a good thing. Seeing Marcus Rashford and the way he has used social media as a very, very powerful tool, along with his celebrity influence and status, for good and for the good of a lot of people. You know what, AQA? I salute, I clap, and thank you very much for this. Because as I said, as a father myself, I am so proud to see this small step. And hell, I hope it leads to more. As I said, I'd call on EdXL as an exam board to start doing the same thing. You know what? I want to know your views. Comment section is below. Marcus Rashford being included on the AQA Media Studies courses from September 2022. How big an impact could this have? Will it inspire generations, not just of black youth or black and minority ethnic youth, but all youth, to make a change and to make a positive change and to get into positivity? Also, can Marcus Rashford's influence and AQA bringing this onto the media studies courses, can this be extended into psychology courses and sociology courses? Can it be extended further than GCSE? Can it be extended to colleges and A-level? Can it be extended to universities as well? I'm hoping it does. Really hoping it does. You know what? I have been Straight Shooting LJA, and this has been another episode of the Straight Shooting View. Remember, www.pitch-talk.com is the official website. Join the revolution. Join us. You can hear our podcast up there as well on the podcast page. Check out the About Us page to learn more about myself, Straight Shooting LJA, the G-Man, also Jamie Bailey, aka Coach JBK, and Nathan Arsenal as well, one of our regular contributors and a good friend to us as well. Also, remember, at Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet with us, follow us, see what we are up to. Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the crew. Join the footballing revolution we are working so hard to create. At Pitch Talk on Instagram as well. Check out our stuff there, including vlog previews and much, much more. Remember, you can also hear our podcast on Verbal, at Get Verbal on Twitter. Give them a follow. Let them know we sent you. We are verbal.com ambassadors and proud to be so. Check us out on Verbal. Check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podomatic, Spotify, Podbean, so many places, Amazon Music as well. Check us out wherever you pick up your podcast. And as said, you can jump to www.pitch-talk.com and the podcast page there to hear our podcast as well. As said, you can also view our videos on youtube.com/Pitch Talk as well. So I've been Straight Shooting LJA, and until next time, I will see you later on the Straight Shooting View. Thanks for your time, peeps, and enjoy Black History Month 2021. Marcus Rashford, salute to you, fella. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution.
Check out the official Pitch Talk website,
www.pitch-talk.com.